What is going on, my good people, my favorite people? We are back on Twitch on Fridays. It's kind of weird to do it, but until we can figure out the issues there on the YouTube live stream, we'll go back to it more than likely. But I'm going to do some adjusting as to see if I could keep the looking for the giveaway going on. I'll find a way for that, whether I gotta do it out away from the stream or something like that. I'll see if I can find something for you, but gotta make sure that everybody is good. Hope everyone is having a great day, a great Friday. It's payday for me, so I'll take it, and I'm happy to get back on the mic with you. Gonna be a fun ride between Charlotte and Pittsburgh. We're going to the Eastern Conference in this one. All the good stuff. Charlotte coming into this game undefeated at 5-0. Had a little bit of a scare against St. Louis, but they was able to squeak it out, and they're looking to put that offense more in motion this time around. And Pittsburgh's hoping that they have a similar game to last week, and they said that this time, if you try that, we'll make you pay. And going to be a fun ride watching these two teams. They've had some great games throughout the Madden era and also within the Axis era, so can't wait to see them fight again. I'm pretty much ready to go if y'all are ready to go, and I'm going to go ahead and hit that play game button. Let's go ahead and hit it. Best of luck to both teams, and let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. Go ahead and flip over, and it looks like we are underway. Pittsburgh is going to start us off with the football. Let me go ahead and flip it. Wrong one. There you go. It's going to be returned there, taking that to around the 20-yard line or so. Let's go ahead and get into it. Pittsburgh starting with the football and the handoff to Mike Hawk, and he's going to push forward for a big gain to start this one off. A gain of 14, and I'm going to ignore it like the man that didn't just get his first win of the season, didn't just mispronounce the name of the league. Good job there from the Mafia today, getting the W. If you missed the game, go check it out. Won with the strip, ironically, that had from a former Voyager player that forced it, and the former oh, that's a sack right there, and a former Charlotte Royal recovered it, so other teams coming into play for that one for sure. But regardless of that, that's going to be a big loss, and Gabby Ice is going to be making the play for the sack. Let me know how I'm sounding. Let me know how the game's sounding. All the good stuff. Money Mills in the pocket and missing his mark. And now it's going to be third and a country mile coming here for the big homies in Pittsburgh. Charlotte's defense already queued up. Let's see what they could do. They got a new player. He's making his debut today. Good job. I'm happy to hear. But should be a fun ride as always. Empty set. They're going to send the Smith duo Adam. They don't get home initially, but it's going to be Todd Ziegler getting his first sack. And 2 sacks on this drive will close this one out. Pittsburgh's going to have to give it to Charlotte. Pass rush getting home early and often here for the Royals. And we're already down 2 minutes in this ball game. We'll see Anita Dickenby with the punt, looking for a great return there from Montezuma Popoko. A spin move makes one man miss, and getting past the 35. So the #1 overall draft pick of this previous entry draft making it happen. Some good field position as they'll start off with the football for the first time. Swoosh House in the chat. What's going on, big homie? Hope all is well with you. Getting the giveaway, exclamation point USFA, and also get into that setup for the jersey giveaway as well. You can get your entries, all the good stuff, as they tried to screen and that was blown up. Trying to fit that one to the big homie Doc Boone, but he was caught up in a whole bunch of different bodies trying to get free. Caleb Howard's up in here. What's going on? I see you, Damian Chambers. I ain't forget you. I see you, big homie. But it's going to be a fun ride here. 2nd down and 10. Bunch at the bottom. Almost got a man offside, so almost a false start too, but they didn't call it. Looking for a man again. They're going to throw it straight to Vic, and he will catch it for his first catch of the game. I believe he only needs 5, or at this point 4 more catches, and he'll be the first receiver or tight end to hit 50 catches on the season. So definitely on pace for that 100 reception mark like he did last season and the season before that. Doing very well in his career here in Charlotte as they're going to launch the left side and wide open, number 86 making it happen, and that's going to be a first down play again. There goes Hex Waters, the backup tight end, getting into the mix, and that's a big play there for the Royals. That's going to be 1st and 10. Now set him right up in that money zone. Austin Wheeler getting something. I couldn't quite see it, but we're going to go ahead and look for the pitch, middle of the field, and that's going to be off the tip and going to be caught by Montezuma off of the tip. Great job there from the #1 overall pick, Johnny, on the spot, and he's going to pick up a gain of 8 for his first catch. Montezuma Popoko. I'm gonna have to say the name like that just to make sure I get it right. So let me know if I mess up. I'll make sure it's right. I'll get it better. I'll get better. Gonna be 2nd and 2 here, looking for a man. Gonna throw it right to Vic, who's gonna make another catch, but he's going to be a little short. And I got an alarm here again popping up on me during stream, but I got it. 3rd and inches coming up, and we'll see what happens here. Definitely a good time to probably utilize #1 in the backfield. Not a lot of runs up to this point, but the middle is open. Going to look for a man here. Going to look. Protection's breaking down, and he has to throw this one away. And yeah, popcorn. I do love popcorn. Montezuma popcorn. That sounds like a good brand name for popcorn too, actually. I'm not even going to lie to you. Charlotte is going to be looking to get their first points of the day via the field goal. Not going to try it unless they go for the fake field goal. We haven't seen it yet, but they're just going to let Jake Parker get his points, get them stats up, and that's going to be 3-0. And the Pittsburgh defense is able to make the stop. Great protection, great pass rush there on that last play to make it happen. And we got 7 minutes left in the first. Gonna see what's gonna happen. He's not even really a wide receiver, he's a running back. That is fair enough to say. I bet he was really good in college. That's why he's #1 overall. And I'm definitely can't wait to see his development. He's gonna get better and better as the weeks go along. Definitely got to get number 11 involved, number 9 involved as well. That's Mr. Bobby Boucher making it happen. I believe he only has 1 touchdown up to this point on the season, but I'm sure he wants more. And this is a passing heavy team. They do have the run game for sure, but usually when their passing attack is working, good things happen. As looks like that is going to be a double tackle there by 2 tight ends, Vic Dotson and Hex Waters, both bringing down Anthony Stank. And that's going to make it 1st and 10 coming up. Pittsburgh, their 2nd attempt on offense. Let's see if they'll do better than the last time. They had that big run and then it kind of fell off. Handoff here, and there goes Gabby Ice in the backfield, disrupting the play. And she's only been in for about a few games up to this point, but number 88 on that D-line for Charlotte. She's making some serious waves early. I think she has a bright future in this league, especially with her husband on the edge of the line. You see him right there, leaning over. He's ready to jump that hike, and he's going to try to get around the edge, but not to be. It's going to be caught. There goes Ronnie Shanahan Jr. for his first catch of the game, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. Let's see what Pittsburgh cooks up. Handoff, pushing forward and picking the first down up is Mike Hawk. 3 carries, 17 yards up to this point. A solid start to the day. It's going to be 1st and 10 coming up. Tackled there by Aaron Jacobson, the Greek god, making it happen. And yes, Mike Hawk, they got a knee to Dick and me, and I believe they have Heavy D as well, or they did at one point, as they tried to hand off again, and Gabby's right there for the 2nd time in this game, right in the middle, making things happen. 2nd and 9 coming up. I'm a child. I laugh at that every time. Yeah, I laugh in my head. I've said it too many times, so like it doesn't affect me like it did back in season 1, 2, and 3 and all the good stuff. Actually, no, not even that, because it was like season 4 or 5 when he came in. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be a breakdown here. Avoiding the sack, throws on the run, off the helmet, and almost picked off there by Kenny Bombard. And that's going to make it 3rd and 9. It wasn't able to get his hands completely on it as it was going to the ground. But it is another 3rd and long situation here. Charlotte looking to pin those ears back a little bit. They do have John Smith there on the line. Ready to see if he can make something happen. Going to try to hit that edge, not to be. And the pass is caught. And there goes the former Voyager, Ty White, making it happen on this drive. Her first catch is for 17. There for number 17. It's 1st and 10 here for Pittsburgh. Parker Howell, the former Snow Devil, making that tackle. And we're going to set up the I formation here. Looks like a 2 tight end set, or actually 1 tight end set from what I'm seeing. And they're going to hand this one off. They got blockers up, and looks like Parker is going to make another tackle fairly easily after a gain of 2 there by Mike. Giveaway will be at the end of the 3rd quarter. So make sure you get up into the mix. I believe we are over 10 at this point, so exclamation point USFA if you haven't already. Do it just in case. Looking left side and caught and hit immediately there by number 3, and he's a familiar face. Well, not too familiar to you guys, but I just made him like 30 minutes ago. It's gonna be the big homie making the tackle in his first game. Keegan Terry there. Looking for a man here, looking right side, and going to be deflected and almost picked off again. And that's going to stop this drive fairly easily. And that's going to make it 4th and 8. Should see the punt team not quite in field goal range. Bending but not breaking. And we'll see Anita Dick and me. See if she could pin them. Gonna send this one to the right. I kind of guessed it, and it looks like it's pretty good one inside the 5. Probably down at the 2. Anita clutches up, and now Charlotte's going to have to go deep. But they're going to try to get some points. Great punt. Sometimes field position is what you need to get yourself into the ball game. You never know. But this might be the start of where they're going to put in halfback Doc Boone, see if they could get him involved. Pittsburgh's been up and down in regards to the run defense this season, as he's going to try to shred off a dude, and he's going to bounce it to around the 7 or 8 yard line after a gain of 5. First quarter winding down here. Final 2 minutes 45 seconds. Another jumbo set. And that's going to be a false start on top of that. So half a distance to the goal. That should take him somewhere around the 4 yard line up to that point. Gotta expect another run in this particular situation. Try to see if you could give your offense some breathing room. Guy Clausen, the claw. He said he's up in here. He says good luck to Charlotte. Love the camaraderie. Left side, and tried to fit that one to Hex. And that was over the head. So now it's going to be a 3rd and long situation here for the Royals. We'll see if they'll be able to pick it up. Let me know in the chat on how y'all feel in regards to top plays in the first half of the season. I already have most of the clips for the first 5 weeks, so I just got to get the new ones. As we're going to see big home and throw this one away, and that was a little testy. Guy Clausen said get pressure on the quarterback, and they did just that for sure. They almost got him for the safety, and that's going to be a punt coming up. We'll see Jake Parkey with that big leg send this one as far as he can, and he's not backing up all the way to the back to avoid potential block, but he says he wants to get as close as possible to send it as far as possible. The aggressiveness works a little bit, but they got the speed of Mike Hawk getting around the corner, so they're going to start inside the 40 there on that return, a very clutch one. And now Pittsburgh's, they're going to have that field position that they were looking for. Let's see if Pittsburgh can take advantage of it. As it looks like they're going to go wild roughneck in this one. They're not going to send a man in motion. They're just going to hand it off, and the defense of Charlotte too fast, not letting that one go through. Only a gain of 1 on that play, but Giovanni Valentine, the love doctor, coming through on first contact. He already has a pick 6 on the season, so great job from him on his rookie campaign. As they move back to the empty set, and there goes Money Mills trying to get the first down. Empty set. They're going to go ahead and look for a man here, Millfield, and that's almost picked off again by Bombard, who cannot hang on. And that's going to make it 3rd and 9 coming up. And that looked very, very crazy. There was a guy, wide receiver, that was right there, so I don't know if he was able to get his hand on it. So sometimes that affects that. That's why you have your catching traffic up. You know what I'm saying? Right side, and almost picked off again. And that was number 27. A familiar face if you're a fan of Pittsburgh. That's Adam Lester. Via trade, coming over to Charlotte, and he's playing against his former team right here, and he almost got his pick on his former quarterback. But regardless of that, the Charlotte defense not playing games, and Pittsburgh is yet to get past the 30 up to this point as they're trying for another pin, but this time not to be. That's going into the back of the end zone, and the Charlotte defense holds strong. It's going to make it 1st and 10 coming up. And there goes my favorite cleaner, Gina, the cleaner, Buckley, getting up in there. That's 16 in the giveaway. And I got that queued up for me on my phone, so let's go ahead and get into it. 1st and 10. Hand off. There goes Doc, who's going to shed off one man and takes it to the 25. So 2 carries, 5 yards apiece up to this point. Is going to make it 2nd and 5. Another former Voyager. There's so many former Voyagers all over this league. I'm pretty sure at this point every team has one player that was drafted by me around like season 7. That's what it feels like. But regardless of that, it's going to be a setup here, right side, and caught actually middle in the field. There goes MJ Witten making his first catch of the game, and that's going to be a 1st down play here for Charlotte, a gain of 16. They left them wide open on that one. One more play here in the 1st quarter. A quick adjustment there by Falco, and they're going to hand this one off, see what he could do, and he might pick up yet another 5. Yes, he will. And that is how quarter number 1 will end. Let's go ahead and get into it, folks. Throw your 2s up. Get us in the algorithm. There's going to be a pass here looking for a man left side. It's going to be caught by Witten again, but he's going to be short of the mark. It's going to be 3rd and inches coming up. Everybody, if you can, do that exclamation point USFA, just to make sure you're in it. Don't want to miss out, as they got a jumbo set here, and they are going to hand it off, using his blockers effectively just to pick up what is needed. And there goes Jerry Philbin with what I believe is his 1st tackle. But regardless of that, Charlotte is going to be on the move here. It's 1st and 10. Number 5 tackling number 1 there. 11 minutes here in the 1st quarter. In the 2nd quarter. They're going to hand it off to Doc again, and taken down by Darnell Pope, coming off that defensive tackle spot, or actually defensive end, I should say. A gain of 2 there for the big homie Doc Boone. And now they're starting to utilize that run game a little bit, trying to find a good crease for him to run through. As they set up 2nd and 8. Almost got a man off sides, and they're going to hand it off, finding a big hole, and he almost broke free. If he was able to shed that tackle, I think he'd still be running, but that's going to make it 3rd and 4 coming up. Falco again, looking for a man. Gonna go middle of the field, and that is a miscue there. I think Falco was expecting Vic to keep on running, but he stopped looking for the curl right in the middle of the field, and I think they missed him. Not 100% sure about that play. I don't know if Vic was supposed to keep running or that was a miscommunication, but regardless of that, that's incomplete. And we're going to have to see a punt here, sending this one to the right side, looking for a pin, and he's barely going to miss the mark. So that is going to be at the 20-yard line for Pittsburgh. And offense, once again, here for Charlotte, sputtering, going off of last week. Slow starts here. Definitely not the caliber of a so-called 5-0 team. They have to get their offense rolling, but you also got to give Pittsburgh credit. They've been doing their thing as best as they can as they send a safety blitz. They don't get home, and they're going to come back for that catch. And it looks like number 25 will make the play. And that's going to be Pablo Sanchez, also a former Royal, coming into play. His first, I believe, stat in quite some time, probably within the last couple of weeks here. He's going to pick up 4. 9 minutes left in the second. Gonna look. Defense looking nice, and they had the crossers, and they still found his man. Did he hang on to it? They said he could not complete it through contact with Xavier Hawkins. As soon as he hit the ground, the ball came out, so that's going to be incomplete. 3rd and 6 coming up. That was a really clutch play there on defense. I thought he was going to catch that, but you got to survive the ground as well. Short drop back right side, and that's going to be deflected by Lester. And Money Mills has been testing him a little bit. He's been coming through when he needed to. And right now, Charlotte's offense is kind of slow, but their defense, they are not playing games tonight. They're not allowing anything easy. And that's going to be another punt force here by the Charlotte defense. At this point, this favors Charlotte until Pittsburgh finds a way to get their offense rolling. As we see the return here from Popcorn, and he's going to take it past the 30. Number 20, Tamaris Green, playing for his 4th team. Sorry, his 3rd team in less than 4 weeks. A little bit of a journeyman type of situation, but he makes a special team play, so I'm sure he's going to take it. Not getting that much movement in the particular setup for the depth chart, but hey, you gotta take what you get sometimes. As they're gonna try the outside, and look at the spin move by Doc Boone to get free and pick up 9. What a player. Doc Boone's one of the best to ever do it. I'm just gonna say that right now, and in the open space, he can make it happen. As they're gonna set up 2nd and 1 here. And they're going to go with the movement there for Vic to try to block the outside, but great pressure within the middle to get around the edge, and Timothy Brown is going to make that tackle with these. 3rd and 1 coming up. Maybe if that was more of a man coverage, a man scheme type of run, I think that would have been fine, but they tried the zone. It didn't work. Almost had a free play, but they'll hand it off, and it will be yet another first down gained by Doc Boone. And that's going to make it 1st and 10 coming up here. He is averaging 4 yards a carry, so he's definitely doing his part. He just needs to see if he could find some more room to get free. As Charlotte is going through more of a balanced set up to this point. And they're going to try the stretch run on the outside, and there goes another tackle in the backfield. There goes number 23 making the play. That's Timothy Brown. He's doing it very well, making some solid tackles here for Pittsburgh, trying to keep them at bay. 6.5 minutes left in the second. And they're going to pass it here, looking for a man. Going to launch this right side to Vic, and he is going to secure the catch. Put his man in a spin cycle. That's going to be an easy bucket there for 87. That's going to make it first down, and a beautiful pass there by Falco. There's only one place they could have put that in. We've seen that connection happen so many times. But it is a jumbo set here. And they're going to fake the handoff, looking for a man. Going to take off to run, and there goes Jerry Philbin busting through the defense. And that's going to be a loss of 4. There by Pittsburgh's defense. Great job. He tried to make his way around it, but he didn't really have the speed to get around. And it looks like he took out the O-lineman with him. Not a very good play there by the O-line, but we'll see what happens here. Looking for a man again. He's going to go ahead and go deep. Left side and wide open. There goes M.J. Witten, looking like Michael Jordan. 9-0 Charlotte. Yeah, he burnt his man, and that was actually the spot that Adam Lester would be. So I kind of expected that as well, that they were going to try to find some plays that'll get one of their lower tiered cornerbacks on one of their heavy hitters, and MJ Witten is right there. He's going to make that play, and that's going to make it 10-0 with the extra point there by big homie Jake Parkey. Pittsburgh down a little bit, but they have 5 minutes and some change and all 3 timeouts, and they have the 2-minute warning. So if they're able to work their way methodically down the field, get a field goal or a touchdown, they'll be right back into it. Thing is, Charlotte will start the football going into the second half because Pittsburgh had the first possession. You know what I'm saying? So going to be interesting to see for sure, but Pittsburgh has the offense to get the job done. Charlotte's defense is just not letting anything remotely close happen in regards to momentum. As we see that one get sent to the back of the end zone, and Anthony Stank will just take the knee, head back into the huddle, and see what they can do. Yeah, it was a long touchdown pass there to MJ Witten. Yes, it was Witten. It was a nice one. He dove for that one. But it was a perfect pass. So, got to give credit where credit is due. Charlotte's defense keeping them moving. They're going to send 4, and they're almost home. And looks like Gabriella Smith, Gabby Ice, back to make some pressure. Going to make it 2nd and 10 coming up. I guess that's a W for YouTube, because even on the live stream, like, you can still rewind it and like watch the play, but on this, like, you essentially have to wait until the video's over. So that's some of the, you know, positives and negatives there for sure. But going to be looking for a man here right side, and going to be almost picked off by Lester again. As some of the issues that Pittsburgh was having with Lester is just his inability to secure INTs, and he's had about 3 opportunities in his first game here in Charlotte. But one thing you can't say is that he's not in the area. He's one of the top dogs in my personal opinion in regards to staying with the receivers, and that's why Charlotte went to get him, as that is yet another dropped interception by number 27. And regardless of that, it is a stop on 3rd down, but you kind of want to make sure that you secure your offense closer to the end zone. But outside of that, I mean, outside of the drop picks, can you really be too mad? I don't think you can. I mean, the defense has been spectacular all game long here for Charlotte, as we're going to see the return here. Montezuma past the 35. And that's going to make it 1st and 10 again. Let's see what the Royals can do on offense for the final 5 minutes. First and 10, they're going to send Arn Jacobson in motion. And they're going to hand this one off a deep hole. Running through a couple of men was Doc Boone for what I believe was his biggest game, or second biggest gain. I believe he had one of 9 yards earlier. Someone remind me on that. But I'm pretty sure that's his, he's tied for his longest carry on that one. And yes, Aaron Jacobson there doing his thing at tight end number 3. He says he wants his receiving stats up. Is going to help his cause for potential for the oh, never mind. That's going to be a sack. Nothing Hall of Fame worthy on that play. Austin Wheeler getting into the backfield, and that's going to make it 3rd and 12. Honestly, that looked like a coverage sack because I think he was trying to fit that to Vic, but definitely good under coverage there. As we're going to see a pass here, he's going to throw it short to Vic, and he will make the catch, but he's just going to take that for a short gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th and 8 coming up. Looks like the big homies of Pittsburgh will get the ball again. And Falco really doesn't have the speed to get away from the edge. We'll see a bounce, and it's going to bounce into the end zone. So 10-0 still to score. Charlotte's still in the right of way because they have the 2-score lead. And if Pittsburgh still can't find a way to move the ball down the field, I mean, it's only a matter of time before one of those interceptions that gets dropped gets secured. So we'll see what Money Mills can do here on this drive. 3 minutes, 12 seconds left in the second. They're going to try the ground game just to see what happens. And Kenny Bombard wasn't playing games. It was like, nah, sit down, cuz not to be. 2nd and 8 coming. Who's going to win the giveaway, though? Let me know in the chat. Is it going to be someone from your team? Is it going to be you? What are your predictions on that prediction? There's going to be a deflection, and he got hit at the same time. Parker Howell showing his versatility. He says he could cover. He's not just a run thumper like them boys in Anchorage said that it was. I could do it all. But it's going to be 3rd and 8 coming up. He said even in coverage, you're still going to get hit. I don't care what happens. It's going to be 3rd and 8. And Pittsburgh will have to get past the 30 in order to keep this drive alive. And he's going to find his man coming across the middle. That's going to be Anthony Stank. And it's going to be 1st and 10 again here for Pittsburgh. Giovanni Valentine just a little slow there. The veteran Anthony Stank in his 3rd season, he was like, man, you gotta slow it down a little bit. I said, I know what I'm doing here, you know, young buck. Get up in that giveaway. I believe that's Shaq Shames there joining in. What's going on, big homie? As it's going to be 1st and 10, solid drop back, looking for someone to throw it to, but he's just going to send that one to the Charlotte bench. And he is 4 for 17. Sub 30%. That is how good the Charlotte defense could be when it comes to their secondary. That is ridiculous. In the first half, well, that's definitely going to drop that completion percentage. I believe it was top 5 going into this game. I could be wrong, though, as they're going to look left side. That's going to bump it up a little bit as Anthony Stank's going to pick up yet another 1st down. Then there's going to be 1st and 10 coming up. Now, you got to think of it like this, though. He's 5 for 18, but Pittsburgh as a whole is only down 10 points. So, in theory, it could be a lot worse. I mean, considering it, and honestly, 2 or 3 of them should have been INTs, if we're being honest. Going to look for a man here is Money Mills, and he's going to launch the rocket to the left side and going to be incomplete. And that is going to be Keegan Jerry running stride for stride there with that big homie Anthony Stank. Great job there from the rookie. Money Mills was like, let me see what this rookie really could do. He's like, okay, I got y'all. I'll chill out on you a little bit. Gonna look for a man here. The protection's breaking down, and He's going to go ahead and throw it over the head of everybody. So 5 for 20 with the first half almost over. 3rd and 10 coming up. 25%. That is wild. I don't think I've seen it that low in a good minute. I mean, with this many attempts, I don't think so. Falco wasn't that bad. He was still around 50%, as they're going to find Ronnie Shanahan Jr. and he's going to be short a couple of yards. So it looks like there's going to be a stop force again by the Charlotte defense. Sending this one away, looking for yet another pin, but this one is going into the end zone for a touchback, and Charlotte will have 33 seconds to work with, and they'll start from the 20. So they could go conservative here. They have the lead. They could take it into the next half, see what happens, or they could very well try to push the ante here. They do have a great offense here. Vic is out there, Montezuma and Bobby Boucher is out there. Gonna look to stretch this one to the left side. Makes one man miss, tries to cut up, but he's gonna get tackled there. And he's a little shy of 4 yards to carry, and it looks like Charlotte is gonna just chill out a little bit, take it into the half. They are gonna have the ball going into the, what's the word I'm looking for? Going into the 3rd quarter. So going to be 2 seconds, and they're going to just go ahead and see if they can get Vic open. He's going to make the catch, and he's just going to take a gain of 9 to close out the half. And that is going to be how half number 1 ends. 5 catches, 32 yards there for Vic. He'll take it for sure. He says, no, every catch counts, and that is going to be catch number 50 there on the season. There for the big homie Vic Dotson. He's looking to get some more as well. So we'll see how much in regards to the actual game plan he'll get put in for the rest of the game, especially assuming if Charlotte keeps on to the lead. Pittsburgh needs to step it up. We'll see them on offense fairly soon. Charlotte still has the ball, though. They're looking to turn up, make it a 3-score game if possible, as they look to set up in a heavy set. Will they go back to Doc? And it looks like they are going to motion Arn out, see what they can do. And it is going to be a handoff. Runs through, and he's going to get to the 35-yard line. A solid gain of 5 there. Let me know how y'all feeling. Let me know how I'm sounding, how the game's looking. I'm looking at my setup here. Haven't seen any drop frames, so always encouraging to see. Got to keep it moving for sure. Looking for a man, quick pitch and caught. And trying to stiff arm a man is MJ Witten. He's coming off of a touchdown, and a big catch is going to make it 1st and 10. Well, thank you for that. You just call me King. Thank you. I love you all too. Going to be looking for a man here. Going to take off to run middle of the field and caught. Turn it up and pushing forward. It is going to be number 8 again. Yes, it is. It's going to be MJ Witten. He's turning up so far in this offense. And Falco's wheeling and dealing. They left him open in the middle. It's going to be 1st and 10 coming up. MJ is cooking in the chat. Empty set here for Falco, looking for a man again. Gonna go ahead and right side and gonna be punched out there by Mother Dunn. Making a big play there. It's gonna be 2nd and 10. And a great tackle there from number 3, making it happen. That's gonna be Big House, the 3rd. 2nd and 10 coming up. Gonna look for a man right side and gonna be hit again by Mother Dunn, who is not letting anything happen. Look at that ball spin. You seen that? That was actually pretty cool. But regardless of that, 2 passes in a row knocked out by big homie Mother Dunn. Have too focused on the Boston College game. It'd be like that sometimes. 3rd and 10 coming. Gonna pass it here, looking for a man. Taking off, throws it right side, and there goes Vic Dotson again. They left him open, and he torched Big House the third on that play. He put him on his back like a backpack. You know what I'm saying? And Falco wheeling and dealing again. It's gonna be 1st and 10. Jumbo set within the shotgun, and they're going to pass out of it, looking for a man short, and going to be caught for a short gain. Who was that who made the catch? Number 33, Ja'Cory Dash. There goes the backup halfback getting into the mix. Good job. Halfback, fullback, power back, that type of setup right there. Can't be mad at it. Ja'Cory Dash, the former starting halfback for the Tampa Bay Typhoon, relegated to backup spot, looking right side and caught, and there goes Montezuma, who breaks the tackle. Never mind, that's number 1, not 11. That's going to be Doc Boone shedding off the tackle for his first catch. I thought I saw 11, my bad. Do I need new prescriptions for my glasses? Who knows? Looking for a man again. They're going to throw it short. There goes MJ, who's trying to juke move, and he's going to fall down to the 10. And there's going to be a gain of 6. Sorry, a gain of 4, and it's going to be 2nd and 6. See, I might need some prescriptions. Who knows? 2nd and 6 coming up. Third quarter winding down, still getting that giveaway as Charlotte checks into the red zone here, down to the 10. Look for a man here. Gonna go left side and deflected and almost picked off. Jackson Brady and Angel Flugel could not hang on to that one. It's gonna be 3rd and 6. And there goes big homie Jake Parkey in the chat. Kind of looked like he had Vic open with the solid pass, but not to be there. Gonna be 3rd and 6 coming up. They still could get the first down if they could get past the 3-yard line. Looking for a man. Going to try to take off the run right side and over the head of Boucher, who did have some space to catch it, but I think the pressure affected that one. It's going to make it 4th and 6, and I'm going to assume we're going to see another field goal attempt. Something tells me that speed kind of affects that, because like, I think the speed does affect the throwaways, because a lot of times if the quarterback could get away from the actual rush, it actually helps them out to throw accurate passes within the scheme of the offense. So look at quarterbacks like Jack James. Like, I've seen multiple times where he really just doesn't throw it away, but he's so fast he could get away from the rush, and he's just wheeling and dealing. So maybe that's something to investigate. And I kind of noticed that for like some of the slower quarterbacks at times, like when they're on the run going towards the sidelines, and like if there's pressure there, even if it's just a little bit, like they're just not even gonna think about throwing it. They're just like try to live another day. So something to consider maybe for those quarterbacks and the GMs and owners that is looking to make sure their players at top peak condition. But of course, the other attributes matter, including throw under pressure. So just keep that in mind. There's a lot of attributes that can skin the cat. And we've seen great play from all these quarterbacks. So just something to think about as we go ahead and see 1st and 10. They're going to hand this one off. And Parker Howell, he's going to use that run thumper ability. Hold him for a gain of 1. Number 15 doing his thing just like he was in Anchorage. He's transitioned very well here in the Charlotte defense. And he's showed up so far in this game. He has a pass deflection. He has 4 tackles, or at least 4 solo tackles. So definitely a great job for sure. Gonna look for a man here. Gonna throw it short, and that is going to be incomplete. 3rd and 9 coming up. I believe that was the Love Doctor there on the tackle, or there on the forced incompletion. 3rd and 9 here. Gonna go ahead and fake it. Takes off to run. Spatkins almost had his sack, but he was past the line of scrimmage, so that is going to be an illegal forward pass. And even then, it was almost picked off, so it was a W play for Charlotte's defense once again on 3rd down. And Charlotte might just find a way to get this football back fairly easily. Tyler Spatkins was looking for sack number 8, but he got chopped down, and then the rest of the D-line converged and messed up his awareness there where exactly he was, as we're going to see Popcorn try for a return here. He's going to get close to the 30, but not quite there. Going to be 1st and 10 again. Charlotte back onto the field. Yeah, I always ask those type of questions there. Like, a lot of times, like, they should have just declined it. I mean, should have just accepted the penalty. But it is what it is. I don't know. It's going to be a big handoff there by Doc Boone past the 40. As he's going to crack 60 yards rushing today. Or should I say tonight. That's going to make it 1st and 10. Big hit through that small crease. And that's going to make a big play there. Charlotte on the move. Another jumbo set out of the shotgun. And they're going to hand it off again to Doc Boone, who's going to pick up another 5 or 6. They're going to call it 5 and some change. It's going to be 2nd and 5 coming up. They're going to go ahead and give it to Vic on the run, and he's going to juke up, and I think he should have just kept on running, but at the very least, his first carry of the season is for an almost 1st down. Interesting. I think he was thinking a little bit too much. Maybe he was thinking about chicken wings. I don't even know. It sounds like a Vic thing. Yeah, he wanted to put a highlight reel on. That's what we're going to say, as we're going to stretch this one to the left, and he's going to get stuck. Probably would have liked the run up the middle. That probably would have been the better move there, but looked like it had a little bit of a chance. But great play there from the Pittsburgh defense to make that happen. And let's see if Charlotte keeps their offense on the field. They will not. Looks like they're going to set up for the punt. And it looks like they're going to send it back. The defense has been working. They say let them eat. There's going to be 1st and 10 coming up here. Yeah, you can blame Vic. I mean, it is what it is. What you going to do about it? Fire him? What you going to do about it? 1st and 10 regardless. And not quite inside the 20. But definitely a solid punt for sure, as it's going to be a jumbo set, and they're going to fake the handoff. They're going to look for a man, launch it left side, and there goes, and you know, that's actually the claw. And he mossed that rookie right there. He said, "This is your first game, youngin. I still got some work to do." Money Mills on the move. Actually, no, that wasn't on the rookie. That was actually on Adam Lester, on his former teammate that he pretty much beats it on in practice. Gonna stretch this one to the left side, and the defense of Charlotte is like, I don't care about that pass you just had earlier. You're still not running the football on us at the very least. That's going to be a loss of 1 on the play, and that's going to make it 2nd and 11. John Smith was back there. I believe one of the cornerbacks was back there, just converging there on that defense. 2.5 minutes left in the 3rd. We're going to do some house cleaning. Once we get into it, going to launch this left side, and just a little bit out of bounds there. I think that was probably the perfect place to put it, because looks like that defensive player was right there just in case. So 3rd and 11 coming up. Pittsburgh looking to convert, keep the drive alive. Gonna pass it again, looking for a man, avoids the sack initially, but that's gonna be Todd Zeidler with sack number 2 on the game, and that's gonna slow this drive down again. The 3rd sack of the game here for Charlotte, And this has potential for maybe even a shutout if we keep on seeing it like this. Sending this one away to the right side, looking for a bounce, and it's actually a pretty darn good bounce. That's going to be marked at the 3.5-yard line, and Charlotte's going to have to start pretty deep in their own territory. Once again, the special teams coming into play. Parky got competition in the chat. There's a lot of competition at the kicker punter position. As we see a handoff here, and he's not going anywhere. Probably a gain of nothing. Yes, it is. 2nd and 10 coming. Third quarter winding down. Yeah, watch out for Gusto. Yeah, Javon Gusto. We'll see his first game coming up. So watch out for a big homie. Looking for a man again. Gonna go short. Gonna be caught. And he's gonna get to the 5-yard line, and that's really about it. 3rd and 8 coming up. You got a potty with maxed out kick power and maxed out kick accuracy. So he's definitely up there for sure. All right, they're gonna set up a 3rd and 8 here. Empty set, looking for a man, throws it short. Gonna be tackled before he could cross the line that he needs. And that's gonna be no good there. 4th and inches, and it looks like that'll take us into the end of the 3rd quarter, folks. As we'll go ahead and get into it. Sure to see another punt. Actually, we're gonna see it after this, right? I'll go ahead and do it after we move into the 3rd, you know what I'm saying, as we see this one sent away. Going to try to cut around, use that speed, and he's going to get tackled there by the rookie. Let's go ahead and get into it, folks. Throw your 4s in the chat. Can Pittsburgh potentially get a comeback here? They only need 2 touchdowns. Pittsburgh's defense has done their job as well. It's just off. Excuse me. That needs to get happening, but there goes Gabby Ice. Sack number 2. And I'll go ahead and pause it after this play. I'm sorry. I had to sneeze and it messed up my equilibrium right there. I don't even know if that was the right word. Equilibrium, I suppose. Gonna look for a man here is Mr. ATM, and he's gonna get a short completion for a gain of about 7. And that'll take us into the house cleaning real quick. Thank you so much for everybody for stopping by. You already know how we do. Make sure you look out for Dubby and use that code on your screen, USFA S10, to get 10% off of each and every order that you choose to have with them. Already got my drink. You need to get your drink. You got to be like me. So show some love to them, and then you'll be directly supporting the USFA by doing so. You already know how we do. The games keep rocking. So shout out to you guys. Shout out to Dubby, and also shout out to Paladin. If you need some software help for your business, that'll be the perfect place to go. All the good stuff. If you want to play some basketball in the Sim League format, that is where you're going to go to in regards to the GSB, Gold Standard Basketball. They're one of our 3 affiliates. Definitely a great time there for sure. Stacks 8 is 175 milligram gummy at the start of this game. It's starting to hit. Okay, just make sure it wasn't an edible or one of those edible gummies. You know what I'm saying? We don't do those. We stay clean in this mamma jamma, except when I'm drinking. When I get a little drink with y'all, but I'm not drinking tonight. So shout out to the GSB. Obviously, season 3 is coming up pretty soon. Shout out to the big homies at Goals, Great One Hockey League Sim. Had a brain fart for a second, but if you want to play hockey in the Sim League format, become a hockey Hall of Famer, that's the place to do it. And then also shout out to the ECFL, who I believe is currently on the game right now. I don't know who exactly is playing. Are they still playing? Let me see. Are they still playing? Yes, they are still playing. It looks like it is Fresno State and Boston College currently in the game right now. So shout out to them. They're currently in the third quarter. Fresno State is winning 30-29. And yeah, if you want to play some collegiate football, that is going to be the place that you will go. Definitely a lot of things happening there for sure. And we're looking forward to getting you over to the USFA when your collegiate football career is over. So shout out to the big homies over there. And outside of that, we could go ahead and get back into the gameplay. Thank you so much. Actually, there is one thing I forgot to do. I'll go ahead and do it here while the game is rolling. I got to do the giveaway. So let me go ahead and fire that up. I'll just keep the sound off for now. 19 total entries. And let me go ahead and get the wheel to see what the prize is. As we see the pistol formation, 3rd and 2 coming up. Gonna look for a man here. Right side is gonna be almost picked off twice again. I don't think it was Lester that time, but definitely something to do on that, as we're going to have potentially the first thing that we haven't actually got a chance to actually give out on the giveaways. It's actually going to be a career trait called improved carryover. So what that means is for your next player that you was to make within the USFA, you will get a higher percentage of TPE that you've earned on your specific player that you have here. So definitely a big one here, and it looks like the winner will be going to the Charlotte Royals, and it will be the halfback for the Charlotte Royals. It is going to be Doc Boone, who is going to be getting his improved carryover. So definitely a great job there from him. He's having a solid game as well, and he's going to get some more points for his future player going into the mix. So in regards to improved carryover, it will be offense to offense. So if Doc Boone was to retire after a certain amount of seasons, then he'll be able to add that on going into it. So let me go ahead and flip back to the gameplay. That make sure I get that for you. Didn't miss too much except for that interception. It's gonna be picked off. It's gonna take it past the 4, and it's gonna be taken to the 3-yard line. And Pittsburgh is on the move here. They have a chance to score. Going to be a handoff here, and fumbled and picked up by Charlotte. It's going to be getting the ball back. What? What a hit by Arn Jacobson. Looking for a man right side and caught by Vic. He's going to pick the first down up. What? Oh my god, that hit was lethal. After the game, I gotta see that hit. Okay, we gotta watch those plays there. Was it 9:40, like around 10 minutes in the 4th? We're gonna check that out when we're done with the stats. Okay, we gotta make sure that we're on point with that. Okay, so taking the handoff here, looking for a man, stumbles a little bit right side and caught. I think that's MJ Witten again, crossing the line, and he's going to get a first down play out of it. So it's going to be 9 minutes, 18 seconds left here in the 4th. Going to be looking for a man here, left side wide open. Witten, turn it up, a juke move, and he's going to get stuck by a couple of Roughnecks, but he's going to pick up another solid gain, a gain of 7. Second and 3, going to be a fake, and then another fake, and going to get messed up. And Timothy Brown is going to hit that edge like a man on a mission, and that's going to be 3rd and 11. What a sack there! They tried to reverse to the fake handoff there, not to be, and they just sent one more body. Then the offensive line of Charlotte can hold. So gonna look for a man here, middle field, and going to be caught. There goes Popcorn. First down here from Charlotte. 2 catches, 20 yards on the day from him, but a great job nonetheless. A great pass. First overall, first down. 1st and 10 coming. And they're going to hand it off again, trying to find the hole, and he's going to get close to the 40. Over 70 yards rushing there for Doc Boone. Mr. Improved carryover himself. So definitely nothing immediate here for Doc Boone for the improved carryover, but it's going to help him out, and he doesn't have to spend money to use it. So that's already a W. Looking for Bobby Boucher, who's going to lower the shoulder there on the defensive player. He's trying to take it out on him. That's going to be 1st and 10 again, a gain of 16 there for the Rook, making it happen. He said he liked that H2O. 1st and 10 coming. Another setup here, looking for a man. They're going to throw it to Arn, and he's not going to catch that one. For the memes, he couldn't do it for the memes. There's going to be a drop there for Arn Jacobson. 2nd and 10 coming. If you allow Arn Jacobson to get a catch on you, unfortunate. But Pittsburgh can say that they didn't allow it. Drop the meme. Gonna look, goes short, and there goes Bobby Boucher again. Who's gonna make it 3rd and 6 coming up. Fourth quarter winding down. Pittsburgh needs a stop so they could get this ball back. Going with the bunch formation at the top of your screen to Charlotte. 8 seconds left on the play clock. They're going to go look for something. They're going to take off to run, and he's going to be chased down by Austin Wheeler. And I think there was Vic open maybe for a second, but he had to pass it immediately. That's going to be 4th and 13, and Pittsburgh's going to have a chance here. Sending this one away, looking for the pin. This looks pretty good, and Jake Parkey says I could kick inside the 10 as well. That's going to make it 1st and 10 inside the 10, and they have 4 minutes and 30 seconds to do something. Pittsburgh, they got to find some life here. Actually down to the 7-yard line is where they're going to mark it. Going to pass it here, looking for a man, Millfield. And that is going to be caught there by Ronnie Shanahan Jr. 9 for 28. Definitely not a pretty sight there for sure. Got to get that completion percentage up. But it's going to be 1st and 10 again. Now, is this something that we could see consistently here for Charlotte in regards to their defense? It's going to be something interesting to see for sure. Money Mills maneuvering the pocket, going back, and then throwing on a run, and it is going to be caught. Kenny Bombard there with the tackle. Going to make it 2nd and 2. But Pittsburgh has to go down the field if they want to get back into the ball game. They essentially have to score before the 2-minute warning is up. That's my personal opinion. But anything can happen for sure. Going with the no huddle here, trying to pick up the pace. Is going to be passing it again, looking for a man, looking left side and caught. And there goes Anthony Stank there with the catch to the 35-yard line. More time coming off of the clock. 4 for 40 there on the day. Is going to be 1st and 10. Yeah, the clock is not their friend right now. 1st and 10, and they obviously can't run the football either, so Charlotte looking for the W here, looking for a man, taking off to run Gabby in his face, and he's going to have to throw that one away. 2nd and 10 coming up. Second and 10 here. Gonna look for a man. Gonna go right side. It's gonna be picked off again. There goes the love doctor, taking it past the 40, and there goes the defense coming strong. Giovanni Valentine with the big play. Gonna stretch this one right side, looking for a hole, not gonna find one, as Pittsburgh is gonna call their timeout, see if they can get this ball back. Back to a jumbo set. Gonna look, handoff again, pushes forward, spins away, and he's gonna get maybe to around 3rd and 2 area, I'm thinking. Yeah, it is. I was right. And Doc Boone can essentially put this one away with a great carry. It's crazy enough that Pittsburgh had a chance to score points and they fumbled it right on the 2-yard line. But the defense played spectacular all game long. They're going to stretch it out again. They're going to look for some blocks, and he's going backwards, and that's not going to help him out. That's going to be a stop in the backfield, and we should see another Jake Parkley sighting. Once again, a couple situations here in the 3rd down situations where they stretch to the outside instead of going north and south like I'm seeing in the chat. But it's going to be a long field goal here. Should be around 50 yards here for the big homie. Jake Parkey from the left hash trying to boost his field goal stats on the season. And he will not get through from 50. 16-0. Pittsburgh coming back onto the field with no timeouts. Let's see if they could get something cooking. Gonna send this one and gonna return it past the 25. Actually, past the 20 to around the 25, I should say. 1st and 10 coming up. First and 10 coming, looking for a man again. Going to take off to run. Almost trips on his player. Throws it across the middle of the field. And that should have been a potential pick 6 right there. If that was me, I would have picked that off. That would have been too easy. Gonna look for a man here. Gonna throw this right side. In some coverage. Still fits it in there too. Ronnie Shanahan gets close to midfield with that play. And they're gonna have to go no huddle from here on out. As he's showing out a little bit. He says, you still gotta guard me. I don't care if we down or not. Shanahan getting some more touches ever since Blake Grant took the trip over to Tampa Bay. Gonna look for a man here. Looking in midfield and caught and tackled immediately by the Rook. 2nd and 4 coming up. 2 catches, 38 yards there for Guy Clausen. You see right there Keegan Terry with the 2nd tackle of the game. Good job, Rook. 2nd and 4 coming up. No huddle here. 2 tight end set. Gonna look for a man. Faking the handoff. Looking. Throws it short and tackled immediately. So that will be another first down for sure. 1st and 10 coming up. 14 for 36. So he was able to raise it. He's still shy of 50% up to this point, but there was a point where he was at 25% completion. So now he's around like 40 something. Looking for a man. Empty set. 40 seconds left. Looking right side. That's going to raise it again and tackled immediately by number 21. Is going to make it 2nd and 4. His time is ticking. Yeah, that was the one-handed catch. You are right. For sure. No huddle again. And they're going to fake the handoff, looking for a man. And he's going to go end zone this time around the Clausen. And it's going to be, is it picked up? Yes, it is. Lakota Sensuakua seals the deal in what was a ridiculous INT in the end zone. And there's going to be a kneel down here. Charlotte's going to secure the shutout here tonight at Friday night. Wow. And that was an immaculate showcase of defensive football there by the big homies in Charlotte. They made it happen. You see right there, sub 40% completion rate there for Money Mills, and that didn't help things at all. Final score will be 16-0. As we check out the stats, total offense there for Pittsburgh, 171 yards. So if you divide that by 4, they're looking at around 40 yards a quarter, of like 43, 44 yards a quarter. That's pretty good. If you're a Charlotte defensive fan there, that's actually pretty ridiculous. And we can't even take into account that some of them was kick return and punt return yards as well, I believe. So definitely an interesting set right there. Actually, no. That's just rushing and passing. I thought they included this too. That's total yards that it was including the punt return yards and the kick return yards, all the good stuff. But regardless of that, we're going to scroll down. You see 3 for 12 there for Pittsburgh on third down. Charlotte not too much better with 5 for 14. Definitely need to tighten that up for sure. But hey, when the defense is playing good, you just got to do enough to get the W. And that'll give Charlotte their 6th win in the season out of 6 weeks. And you see right there, almost 29 or a little bit more than 29 minutes on offense there for Charlotte. Looking for more action there for sure. Hank Falco on the day, 24 for 35, 275 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Money Mills on the other side, 15 for 38, 175 yards, 2 interceptions there. And I believe both of them were in the fourth quarter, if someone can remind me. Longest pass of the day goes to 47 yards there for Hank Falco. Rushing wise, Doc Boone, 22 for 77, averaging 3.5 on the carry. He did have some where he was tackled in the backfield, so I'd say like all overall he was probably over 4 yards a carry, like if let's take those out. But you know, it is what it is. That is part of the process. Keep on grinding for sure. Mike Hawk, 9 for 23. Vic Dotson had a carry for 5 yards. That's interesting. Hank Falco and Pablo Sanchez each had a carry for -1. And the longest carry of the day goes to Mike Hawk there with the 14-yard run. Receiving wise, we'll start with Pittsburgh. Looks like Ronnie Shanahan leads the way with 5 catches, 65 yards. Anthony Stank 4 for 40. Guy Clausen 2 for 38. Mike Hawk 1 for 5. That's a bye player. Pablo Sanchez 1 for 4. Ty White 1 for 17. And I believe that was only in the first quarter. So Ty White didn't get that much work going into the rest of the game. Mike Hawk with 2 drops. Ronnie Shanahan Jr. with 2 drops. A bot drop, and Ty White also had a drop. But the longest catch of the day goes to that jump pass that Guy Clausen had earlier in the game. So great job there from him. He's going to get better every week, you already know. But on the other side, MJ Witten, 8 for 110 yards and 1 TD. Great job from him. Vic Dotson doing Vic Dotson things, 7 for 64, averaging 9 a catch. Montezuma Popcorn doing his thing with 2 for 20. Same thing for Bobby Boucher, his other rookie counterpart. Doc Boone, 2 for 11. Jim Bob, 1 for 8. Ja'Cory Dash, 1 for 4. Hex Waters, 1 for 38. And that's all that is there. Looks like Boucher had 2 drops. Arn Jacobson had 1. And the longest catch goes to 47 yards there for MJ Witten. So great job there. Defensively, Kenny Bombard led the way with 7 tackles there, doing his thing. Giovanni Valentine, 6 tackles, great job. Jamal Adams with 5, Lakota with 4, Parker Howell with 4, Arn Jacobson with 4, Gabriella Smith with 4, Adam Lester with 3, John Smith with 2. Keegan Terry there with his first game. He's going to pick up 2. Great job there. Hex Waters with 2, Todd Ziegler with 2. Tyler Spatkins gets 1. Shabazz Holmes Harris and Vic Dotson each get 1 apiece. Great job by the homies. Looks like John Smith, Gabriella Smith, Giovanni Valentine and Arn Jacobson each get a tackle for loss. Sack wise, let me close out this menu here. It's going to be Todd Ziegler and Gabriella Smith there with 2 sacks apiece. Great job there from them. Giovanni Valentine and Lakota Sentawakua each have an interception, and it says negative 120, but just put 0 there on the stats for Lakota because Madden be maddening. And then of course 12 interception yards there for Giovanni. Great job. Pass deflections wise, Adam Lester in his first game, he deflected 5. Honestly, should have had at least 2 or 3 picks. He had enough opportunities, but outside of that, a great game for his game against his former team for sure. Keegan Terry in his first game picking up 4 pass deflections, so definitely impressive. Looking forward to more games from him. Giovanni Valentine with 2, and then Kenny Bombard also with 2, Parker Howe with 1. Arn Jacobson forced that fumble right on the 2-yard line after they threw their own pick, and then it was going to be Kenny Bombard on the recovery. So definitely a great job there. 7 tackles in the recovery there for Bombard doing his thing. He did lose a yard, but hey, they didn't give up a touchdown. That's what matters, right? And that's all the stats there for the big homies in Charlotte. As we switch over to Pittsburgh, Timothy Brown, 15 tackles, doing his thing. Great job, big homie. Let's see, Angel Flugel with 6, Jackson Brady with 5, Makani Kakoa with 5, Jerry Philbin with 5, Darnell Pope with 5, Mother Dunn with 4, Austin Wheeler with 4, Big House III with 3, Tamaris Green with 3, CJ Bird with 2, Ronnie Shanahan Jr. with 1, Money Mills gets 1. He made the tackle actually off of a pick, I think. I could be wrong though. I don't know how he got that one. Actually, no, I take that back. Yeah, he tapped the man down after the fumble recovery. That's what happened. And Pablo Sanchez also gets 1. Tackles for loss, Makani Kakoa gets 2, Timothy Brown gets 1. Sack wise, Austin Wheeler gets 2 sacks on the game. Jerry Philbin and Timothy Brown get 1 apiece. Big House III with the big return there for 39 yards. Almost had his first touchdown of the season, but a great job nonetheless for sure. And actually, that was a pretty clutch tackle when you really think about it, because if that tackle didn't happen, the fumble wouldn't have happened. So got to give credit where credit is due. Great job there for sure. As we see Mother Dunn there with the pass deflection, Angel Flugel with 1, no fumbles or anything like that. That's all the defensive stats. Going into the special teams, Jake Parkey perfect on the day with 10 points. Great job. 3 field goals and 1 extra point. And Anita just did not have any opportunities. No points to show for any of them. As you see, Anita, she had 9 punts. And I think that may be a season high for within the game. So definitely a great job from the Charlotte defense again. Even then, she still averaged almost 48 yards a punt, which is spectacular. Jake Parkey with 6, averaged 46 and a half. Great job there. Kick return wise, Anthony Stank 3 for 81. Montezuma there 1 for 24. And looking at the punt returns, Mike Hawk 2 for 33, 4 for 46 there on the punt return, doing his thing. So going into the scoring summary really fast, we got Jake Parkey starting off with the field goal, then MJ Witten coming through in the second quarter with the touchdown, then a pair of field goals, 1 in the third quarter and 1 in the fourth quarter. Scoreless there for Pittsburgh, and I want to see if I can pull up that play, that interception before the fumble. So I want to see if I can pull that up really quick. Actually, yeah, this is the interception here, as you can see here. So right on Montezuma, great job there for the big homie, Big House the third. He's going to go ahead and return that pass to Mark, and that, oh no, that was actually an offensive lineman there that made the tackle. Good job. And then on the fumble, you see right there, Arn Jackson, they got it on the right person. Let me go ahead and see if I can turn that here. Cutting it through. Game over, and that was on Sanchez. So yeah, that was already dead to rights before the play even started, and it was recovered by Bombard. That was over here. So yeah, it's that Cab wants to hit to be clipped. Okay, so I'll play it again. Someone clip it. Let me see if I can find the angle for you, like right here maybe, and I will go ahead and take that off for you. So I'll go ahead and just start it slow. cutting through that hole. Open a can of whoop. You know what on that one. So actually, I kind of want to get a screenshot of that hit if I can. If I can get it close. I know I'm not supposed to be doing this while streaming, but why not? Let's see if I can depth of field. Can I do it? Like, just look at the head though. Like the head movement. Okay. Yeah, that's just ridiculous. So I'll go ahead and get this screenshot here, but we still got 2 more games coming up tomorrow, so make sure you watch out for those. I'm going to go ahead and flip it over so you can see the 2 games, and we're going to go ahead and transition off of this. Is going to be the big home is Tampa Bay. They're trying to bounce back. The same thing for New Jersey. Going to be a fun ride here as always. Don't go anywhere. That'll be on YouTube at 5:30 Eastern Standard Time. And then we'll go ahead and transition into the final game, which will be Arizona at Huntington Beach. That will also be on Twitch. So make sure you watch out for those 2 games. Going to be a fun ride as always. But until then, stay safe, everybody. We'll talk to you later. And let's get this money.